Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Diane. Let's get to it. So we have a package. It is a mystery package. I believe I know who it's from, but I don't know what's in it. This was, hopefully this is from Let's Resin, I do believe. So let's get in so we can double check who it is actually from. So we'll just cut open. I haven't opened it. All I've done is taken the label off the top. So we'll cut into the box, into the pack. Oh, there. There we go. Move the camera up, and let's see what we've got. Yes, that definitely looks like Let's Resin stuff. So I'm going to move this aside. As you can see, I can see a couple of things in there. So let's just move it aside and we'll see what's in here. So I'm just going to reach in and feel what we got. Oh, there's a box. Oh, we have a mould. Silicone jar moulds. So let's see what we got. Oh, it's a cute. Oh, it's this cute little one. Look at that. It's a one with a little like ripply lid and a little bulbous bottom, and it's a screw top jar. That's cute. Comes with a little user manual, instructions, frequently asked questions, and all of their information. So we'll have a play with that one in a moment. So let's pop that just there. Next, oh, there's a, oh, that's a big box. Oh, oops, it just come partially open. There we go. Right, epoxy resin, ratio 1:1 by volume. Good to see that on the front of a box, because the amount of times I have to go searching for if it's by volume or by weight drives me insane. But yeah, so this is bubble free, crystal clear, self-leveling formula, mold friendly. There's 500 mils or 17 ounces plus 500 mils or 17 ounces, which is equivalent, well, which is a litre of resin once it's made up. It's got an expiry date stamped on it, April 2026. And then all the usual stuff around the edges. So let's open up and see what's inside. Oh, look at that, it's a little kit thing. Oh, that's cool. So you get, so let's just try these first. Let's move that over. You get, I'm guessing, about 10 of these little mixing cups. Always useful to have. Then we get 4 of the nice calibrated mixing cups. You've got fluid ounces, US fluid ounces, sorry, on one side, and you have millilitres and centilitres, or cc's on, is that centilitres? I think it is, but yeah, you get that on that side, so that's good. What else we got? Oh, we've got stir sticks, big fat stir sticks. Oh, come here, you silly thing. They're not the normal thin ones that, I don't know if you find it as well, they hurt to grip, but them are nice big chunky stir sticks. I'm not overly keen on wooden stir sticks, but it's great for a beginner. Oh, it comes with a little packet of mica as well, or a packet with micas in it. So what do we get? Dark blue, dark purple, watermelon red. That's a pretty red, kind of pink on different angles. Oh, gorgeous golden. Black and bluish green. That's pretty. So them are useful. So that's 2, 4, 6 colours there. Very nice. Put those back in the bag. And then we've got the resin. Oh, look how cute these bottles are. You also get a user manual with all the usual information and instructions and cold weather resin tips and frequently asked questions and things again. So that's always good. So that's that. Let's just have a quick look at this resin. Oh, these bottles are so cute. I've never seen resin bottles so small. Oh, these are adorable. Look at those. They're so cute. This really is a great little starter kit for anybody who's never tried resin before, doesn't want a big massive amount of resin, and this will make up a nice little couple of things. Not sure how much we need for this at the moment, but it should be more than enough to make up this. So I'll see if I can, if it has the measurements on how much we need. So yes, that's a great little kit. Parts A and B and all of the other stuff that you get with it. So that's all of that. I'm not going to put it back in the box yet. Anything else? Oh, we have a box of chameleon powders. These are the standard chameleon powders, I do believe. Yeah, I do have a box of these, which I've been using for many a year now, and I absolutely love them. So I'm not going to open these ones at the moment. I'll keep these as spares. Always good to have spares. As you can see, these are the colours that you get. Fantastic. So that's those. And then oh my gosh, I'm so chuffed about this one. Chrome powders. I have wanted these since they were launched, but obviously, you know, in the UK we don't get as many of the things released over here so quickly, and I've wanted some of these, so I'm really chuffed about this. Thank you, Let's Resin. So I will have to open these ones up because I've not actually seen them myself before, as I don't have any. So let's crack these open. Right. So there's 10 colours and there's 2 grams of each colour. The chameleons are 5 grams of each colour. But I believe these go further. You get another one of the nice brushes. I do love Let's Resin's brushes. They're really good little brushes. So I'm just going to tip these out upside down. Oh, look at those. Oh, wow, aren't they beautiful colours? Wow, so vibrant. So we've got green, very bright. I'm going to put them back in upside down so I can see what we got. Royal blue. Wow, that's beautiful. Then we have, oh, holographic pink. Wow, can't beat holographic. I'm sorry, you just can't. It's so pretty. Put you down the end there. We have a gorgeous gold, which is just called gold, which is absolutely beautiful. Then we have, yes, my absolute favourite, holographic silver. I must have a look. Oh, it's got the seal on. I can't get in. One sec. Let me in. I need to see. Right, let's just give that a quick tap. Don't want to lose none. Let's have a look. Oh my life, look at that. Wow, there's only 2 grams in these pots, but look how much is in it. It's absolutely packed. And it's not the small jars, they are the big, all the way down jars. Oh, that's so pretty. Love it. I'm really excited to try these. So there we go, that's the silver. Put that with the holographic pink. Then we have rose red. And I'd call that more of a fuchsia, but it's very pretty. I love that. This one is just standard purple, but it's absolutely gorgeous. I'd call it Cadbury's chocolate box purple. If you're from the UK, you know. This one's blue, but I wouldn't really call this blue. I'd call this more of a teal turquoise. But it's a gorgeous colour, one of my favourite colours now. Funny enough, I used to hate greens. Never liked green colours at all. Because my senior school uniform was bottle green. Absolutely hated it. A bit like forest green. Absolutely disgusting colour. Hated it with a passion. But as I've grown older, I've learnt to love all colours. And I actually love greens. Lots of shades of greens now. So this one's light blue, and that is a really pretty colour. Oh, that's so delicate. Yes, very nice. It's like a silvery blue, which is really, really pretty. Steel blue kind of, maybe. So there we go. And then we have beautiful red, and that really is a rich red. So I'm really happy with all of those. Oh, thank you so much, Let's Resin. I am over the moon, and we're going to be playing with these right now. So I'm going to tidy up, and I'm going to find out how much I need for this, and we're going to make up the little pot using the resin that we've been sent, and the chrome powders, and some of the black mica to colour the resin. So I'll be back in a moment. Right, I've checked the mould, and I do believe this is possibly an older of their series of moulds, so there aren't any measurements on them, unfortunately, so I don't know exactly how much resin I'm going to need. So I'm going to mix up 7 ounces. Probably won't need anywhere near that, but I'd rather have a little bit more than not enough, and hope that's enough. So just in case you've never used resin before, there's 2 parts. There's part A, which is the resin usually, and part B, which is the hardener. It's not always the case that way round, but that's usually how it works. So I'm going to take part A, and I'm going to measure up to the 3.5 US fluids ounces on here with part A, and then I shall top it up to 7, which is 3.5 of part B, and then mix it all together. So I'll quickly do that. And if you always find reading them, if they have the numbers this side, if you have trouble reading it, read it from the back, have the markings on the back, and once you get to the line, then it's easier to see, and it's usually pretty accurate. Is that what word? Yeah, I think that's what it sounds right. It sounds a bit funny in my head, you see. But right, there's 3.5 of A, and get the same in B. And just top it up to 7. This is lovely and fluid because we've got nice warm weather at the moment. I love working with when it's nice and fluid like this. So we're coming up to the 7 now, so I'm just going to slow it down a bit. Ooh, static. There we go. I'm just going to wipe it with my finger, wipe it back in the tub, and wipe the rest off my finger with my glove, off my glove. Do not do this with your finger, make sure you're wearing gloves. I apologise for my croaky voice, I don't know what's going on, but it's decided to have a croak. Okay, so I'm just going to pop the resin out to the side. Now I have a mixer, automatic mixer from Astoyo. It has the AI feature where it will mix it automatically for 4 minutes and rotate it backwards and forwards different directions. So I'm just going to mix that up, and while that's doing that, I'm going to cover the inside of the lid and the jar with some of the chrome powder. Not decided which one yet, but while this is mixing, I will work on that. So I'll just push that back a little bit. There we go. Stay. Silly thing. Oh, there we go. Right. So I think I'm going to do the lid and the jar different colours. So I think we will have... It's just got to be the silver, hasn't it? Silver for the top. And let's go with this beautiful, what they call, what says blue, but I think more teal turquoise for the base. Get my brush. So all we're going to do is open this back up again. Quite a bit stuck to the lid, so I'm just going to brush that straight into the tub. Oh, look at that. Ooh, that's so pretty. Oh, I'm over the moon with these, they're gorgeous. So just brushing it onto the surface. Oh, that's so pretty. Look at that hologram. Oh my days, look at that hologram. Wow. Right, so that's that part, and then all we need to do then is fold the lid back, the edges back rather. Not that, well, it is the lid, but fold the edges back so you can get inside easier. And then just little bits at a time, go along all of the mould and cover it all with this beautiful metallic powder. Oh, it's gorgeous. So I'm going to fast forward through this, as all I'm doing is just rubbing this on, giving it a nice burnishing. And I will be back shortly. Okay, that's all of that covered from what I can tell. Beautiful. Now we just need to flip it back in on itself very gently, try not to disturb too much of the powder. And if you do think you've possibly disturbed some, just go back round. That's the mixer just saying it's finished mixing. As I was saying, if you do think you've possibly knocked some of the powder off or wiped it off, just give it a quick going around the edges again, just to top it back up again. Okay, so that's the silver, holographic silver, sorry. Quick tip with your resin as well. This again is for newbies. Let me just quickly pull this off. You can see inside there, inside the resin, you can see striation. What are called striations. That's where the two resins haven't quite mixed together properly. So what you need to do is go around all the edges, preferably with a stir stick. I'm going to just quickly mix this up a little bit with the mixer finger minute. I can't remember what it's called. But then you need to scrape as much off as you can. The mixing bit to the side to clean up in shortly, and then I'll get a stirring spatula to mix it in more. I'm not too worried about bubbles because I will be putting this into my debubbler. So scrape the bottom all around the edges, making sure to wipe off your stick as you're doing this because it can get stuck to your stick as well. scrape that down around the edges again until all the lines that you could see before have disappeared. Yep, that looks fine to me. So I'm going to now split it into 2 pots, because if I tried debubbling this as it is at the moment, it would make an awful mess in my debubbler and just spew up the sides. So let's split it roughly in half. So I'm just going to put this into my debubbler and I'll be back shortly. Here's the wobble a bit. Any newcomers, this is what I've been referring to as the debubbler. It's from Resoners. It's called the Resoners Debubbler Pro. And it's basically a vacuum chamber that has its own built-in pump. So you just press the top and it'll do 5 minutes, or there's an AI button and it will change it to 10 minutes. So I'm just going to leave that running in the background while I finish doing this now, and that's what you'll be hearing. I'm just going to try and clean my brush up a little bit with the makeup sponge, makeup remover sponge. So that's that one done. Oops, we've got lots on the side of these things are always very static, these powders. So I'm going to get this one open now. I'll try and get this one open now. Oh, bugger, that went everywhere. Right. Right, if you do this, try knocking as much as you can into your mould if you're like me and don't like to waste things. And then I'm just going to quickly clean this up. Right, sorry about that. So, best way to do this again is to turn your mould inside out. Oh. And again, just do exactly the same thing. Get some on your brush and cover the, just burnish it into the mould. I'll put you on fast forward again, as you don't need me to show you what to do again with this. Actually, I'm going to try a little bit bigger brush and see if that will work a bit better. Oops. I've got lots on there, that's really annoying. That certainly worked. I'll probably cover the whole mould with this lot. Oh dear. The unfortunate issues with not being able to control your hands properly. You just got shoved into the pot. But it gave it a nice covering and we're done in seconds. So I didn't need to fast forward it after all. Right, so I'm going to turn this back on it in on itself now. Again, trying not to disturb any of the powder, but it's inevitable, it will happen. Right, there we go. So what I want to do now is go back inside with the brush and and just rub some more in there, what's left on the brush still. As you can see, it just covers straight back in. Okay, I'm going to clean up and I'll be right back again. Crystal clear resin, absolutely beautiful. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the bottom in black. I've actually knocked a bit of the, once I have to put it away, but that's fine. I'm going to do the bottom, the jar itself in black, but I'm actually going to use a lighter colour, I think, for that. We'll work that out in a second. So I'm just going to use some of this mica powder that came with the kit. I like to mix mica powder in with a little bit of resin before adding it straight to the main resin, as it can get a bit clumpy. So I'm just going to pour a little bit into here. And then open the bag, and I have a little spoon, just a little scoopy thing. I'm just going to scoop a couple of scoops of the mica powder into the resin. I'll do 3, I think, 3 heap spoons. Pop that to the side a second. And all we'll do, mix it in, incorporating it together. It's a little bit easier when it's the resin is nice and flowy like it is at the moment, due to it being warmer. But you still want to make sure it's all thoroughly mixed in, so that you don't get no clumps of the mica falling to the bottom once you poured it in, and leaving chunks of unmixed mica that can just fall out basically, and will leave you with a hole like an air bubble. So all we're doing is just making sure it's all mixed in. There we go. I'm just going to mix this in with what I started with, 3.5 ounces in this one, and then if we do need any more, I can just add some of that and make it more up. So I'm just going to pour this straight into here. There, get with a flat edge. Scraping out as much as I can. And then just mix that in there. Oh, isn't that pretty? Look at that. I do love mica powder mixed in with resin, it's so nice. Again, just scraping everything around again, just to make sure it's all thoroughly mixed in again. Hopefully that didn't incorporate too many bubbles. after mixing, or after debubbling, sorry. So just in case, I'm just gonna quick squirt of me blast with the lighter. So all I'm going to do is very gently pour this straight over the edge top and just let it find its way straight down the edge, and hopefully it'll gently, not gently, slowly find its way around all the grooves in the bottom. But what we will do is, once we've got that filled, just going to quickly stop there. Pick it up and give it a very gentle squeeze around the edge, around the lip, so that in case there's any bubbles trapped in the lip, in the, where the, what's it called, the thread of the for the lid, the screw cap part. I can't get words out again today, it's just ridiculous. I'll put that on there a minute. And again, just going gently around the edge. Try not to do it too much because you don't want to disturb the chrome powder that's on the lid, on the mould, sorry, not the lid. You don't want to disturb the powder that's already on the cap, on the mould. Right, I'm hopeful with that, so I'm just going to pour the rest of this in and see where we get with this amount. Okay, so we're about up to here. There's probably about that much height to go still. So I'm just gonna stop pouring a minute. I'm going to add another where should we go? Another 2 ounces into here, or 1.5 ounces, I think. And then add a little bit, but as there's not a lot in here now and it was flowing quite nicely, I'm just going to add some more of the mica powder straight to the cup. 2 big scoops, should be more than enough. And then gently mix that in. Oops. All the way around, mixy mix. Okay, that seems to be okay. Just a few bubbles, not bottles. And then just pour this in over the top. And we're almost at the top. Scraping out what's left in here and see if we can get it to top up. So there we go, that's that topped up now. So I'm just going to put that to the side. And so we had 3.5 and added another 1.5. So that makes 5 roughly 5 fluid ounces to fill the actual jar. So just quickly get that bit off there a moment. And move this very gently over there. I'm just going to give it a couple of taps as well, just in case there's a few bubbles still in there. Put that over there. And I'm just going to clean this up and be right back. Okay, I've got 2.5 ounces left in there, and as I want, this is going to be the lid. I want this to be sparkly as well, so I'm going to be using some of this Hemway Premium Glitter Silver Holographic. As it's the super fine one, I'm hoping it's going to actually blend in nicely with this one. So all I'm going to do is get this open and just pour some directly into there, quite a bit, because I want it to be very sparkly. So there is a good heaped amount on the top there, and then I'm going to carefully mix it all up. And again, as it's the super fine, I don't think I'm going to need the glue trick. I'm hoping it will stay floating mostly. Oh, that's so pretty. Look at that sparkle in there. Liquid holographic. Oh, gorgeous. Amazing. Right, so my resin is starting to get a little bit warm. So I'm hoping with it being a little bit warm, that will help as well to keep it a little bit more floating in the resin and not sink completely to the bottom. But it's always a test, isn't it? So I don't think this is going to take more than 2.5 ounces. So fingers crossed. I think I'm going to just leave this to sit for a few more minutes, just to thicken up a little bit more. And I'll be back as soon as it's ready to pour. Okay, I'm back. It's getting a little bit thicker now. You can see it's taking a little bit longer to come off the stick, so I'm going to start pouring it now. So I'm going to pour it from a little bit higher, just to try and pop any bubbles if there are any. Letting it ease its way around the edges from just this one side, and it will gradually pull itself round. It's just easing itself around here now. Just going to pick it up gently and give it a bit of a squeeze on these edges, because they are very thin down this bottom bit. I don't think I can see any bubbles. I can't quite tell, unfortunately. Again, I'm just going to give it a quick tap. I can see that there are little gaps around here, so I'm just going to use the back of this spoon, so try not to knock any of the powder off. guide out any bubbles if there are any. Okay. And now just going to quickly top up the last little bit. It's starting to get really quite thick now. There we go. A quick stir around, try and get rid of any of the darker colour and get it to show the sparkle. Right, okay, so I've got about 1.5 ounces left. So this only took, what was it? How much did I have 2.5 left, didn't I? Or 2? I don't know, I can't remember. So yeah, I'll check on the video while I'm editing it and we'll see how much it used altogether. So right, I'm going to leave this to, pop any bubbles as they come up, and I shall see you for the demould. Everything's cured. Got a few extras from what was left over of the resin, and some other little bits. These two were from my previous pour, and mostly of these were from this, and all of these were. And I've got an idea with some of these little crystal moulds, but we'll put them to the side a minute while we just do the main pot. So that cleared, cured nicely, nice and glittery on the top. But now we need to see what it actually looks like on the actual lid. So go all the way around the edge. Ooh, sparkle. Look at that holographic sparkle. Love it. And so far, no bubbles. So far, so good. Oh, yes. Excellent. Oh, that's so pretty. Look at that. Wow. Can you see the colour? That's come out really nice. And where maybe there has been some rubbed off when I turned it back inside out, it looks great because of the sparkle that I put in. So that's the lid. Nice. Pop them all back the right way around. Now try for the pot. Can't see any bubbles through here at the moment, but doesn't mean there aren't any, does it? So let's just loosen it up a bit. Oops. I'm just going to roll it down because I find that's the easiest way to do these kind of pots. There we go. Oh, that looks beautiful. Oh, that is a gorgeous colour. So pop the lid, not the lid, the screw tops out. Scrunch and twist to get the inside out. Oh, absolutely perfect. Wow. That is gorgeous. That is a beautiful little pot. And for a change, no bubbles from me. Well done. So that goes, that's so adorable. Look at that. That's wonderfully beautiful. I do like those, but that's really cute. That's a lovely little pot. I'm well chuffed with that. But the idea I had is, let me get these out first. Oh, that's cute. Oh, these were just leftover resin from this glitter, and I added a bit of blue pigment dye. These are lovely. I love these little crystal moulds. They're so cute. Oh, and the last one, little tiny one. They come out really easy as well because it's quite fairly soft. What's the word? Silicone. Gosh, words ain't coming out here. Okay, so that's all of those. I think that one makes the best. What I want it for is making a lid, little clusters on the top of the lid. What do we think of that? I quite like that actually. Let's see if we can turn that round that way. Makes it better. Yeah, I like that. We'll use those 3 on the lid. Move them out the way and those out the way a moment. So what I want to do is just get my, again, this is Let's Resin UV resin. It's, I always decant it out of here and put it into a silicone squeezy bottle because it's easier for me to squeeze and get it out. Unfortunately, it doesn't make it very easy because it's got no spout. It's not easy to get it where you want it unless it's on a big area like this. But thankfully it's a big area, so I can just squeeze a big blob of it on. And this will also, because there's a little ridge on the inside where the resin's cured, this will fill in that as well. So I'm just going to burst any bubbles. And then I'm going to place these on at the moment while I've not, before moving it around, so I can press them into it. Okay. I'll just get my little silicone pokey stick and just bring it up to the edge. Right, now how I like to work with UV resin is I will start it from high up. Is that about even? Yeah. So I'll hold the torch or the light, just using a little nail one. I'll hold it from higher up so that it starts the curing from higher up so that it doesn't bubble, doesn't wrinkle so much and pull back and stretch so much, shrink rather, not stretch. So yeah, it's just, it's how it works for me. I'm not sure if, I think other people have tried doing it this way as well and it seems to work okay for them. Other people seem to have better luck than I do, but this is how I like it, so it's worth a try if it works for you. So I'm just going to bring it down a little bit closer now. And then once this turns itself off, I will put it under the UV light. Stupid. Right. Just going to pop it under my UV light for a couple of minutes and I shall be right back. So while this is just curing, let's demold these quickly, the extras. I've not made this snail before, so I'm quite curious to see how cute it is. Did we get his antennae? Because last time I made a snail I missed them. It was a bigger version of this and I still miss them. Oh yes, perfect. Oh, he's so cute, look at him. I should have put him on the lid, shouldn't I? Oh, that's adorable, I like that. That's really cute. He's adorable. Right, pop him there. Oops. Now let's get me kitty cats. So this was left over from when I made something with that one. We've left over again. Oh, I do love me kitties, as you know. Oh, come on, out you pop. I don't want to go out today. Oh, he's a very sparkly one. if it was closer to July and I was in America, it would be perfect for the 4th of July. That's really cute. So there's one. So this one had a little bit of black and white resin from another previous make. So this is going to be a sparkly patchy cat. Oh, that's adorable. Look at him. That's so cute. I love that. Yep, that's that one. And then this is just a blue cat, I do believe. Which I can't get out the mould. Oh, come on. There we go. He's just a blue dude. He's nice. He's pretty as well. Super sparkly. So I'm going to pop him there. And I'm going to leave this to just finish and be right back. So that's all done. There we go. Looks really cute. And they match quite well, the colours. So we're just going to pop the lid back on. And that is an absolutely beautiful little pot. Gorgeous colours. I really, really do love these chrome powders. They are stunning. And I'm very happy with those. Okay, just to cap it off, really happy with the mould. Really nice mould. Works. The screw cap works perfectly. I've had some cheaper moulds before, which aren't very good. They're not always perfectly shaped. They're not. The screw caps don't always work. So this one, good fitting lid with the thing perfectly shaped. No, what's the word? It's not distorted or anything like that. So that works really nice. Happy with the jar. Mould's fantastic. I've never worked with this Let's Resin before, but I'll definitely be using it again. Really like it. As you can see, no bubbles whatsoever, and I did end up mixing quite a few bubbles in because I sat for a while bursting bubbles as they rose up to the top. So degasses really, really well, even after degassing it in the debubbler. But love that resin. So like I say, I'll definitely be buying that myself again. As like I say, the chameleon powders I've had for many years, and so I've got extras now. But these chrome powders, I'm in love with them. As you can see, beautiful holographic silver. The blue is absolutely gorgeous, and I really can't wait to try the rest. Did see Wendy on Toonpish, her video, watched it today, and she puts them in some resin. Like, instead of putting them on the mould, she puts them inside the resin, and they come out just as beautiful. Obviously, you lose the holographic from the pink and the silver and the metallic kind of look, but they're really sparkly and they look really nice. So head over to Toonpish if you want to check that out, because it's a really good video and a really nice way of using them as well. But yeah, I am over the moon. So thank you very much, Let's Resin, for sending me this stuff. I really love your product. I've worked with it for years. So thank you. I appreciate your support. Thank you to subscribers, channel members, and any of the other wonderful suppliers as well, who are generous and kind enough to send me products to demonstrate and share with you all how they work. And I hope you enjoyed the video. So I do have some links in my description box below for the companies that I work with, for discounts for yourself, and some of them are affiliate links, which will earn a few pennies for the channel if you place an order with them links, but it won't cost you anything extra, and you do get a discount on top as well. So again, thank you, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye bye.